three Chicago Fire characters will definitely be back for Season 14. Chicago Fire might be off air right now, but behind the scenes, things are heating up for the upcoming 14th season, especially with confirmation that three key characters are officially returning to Firehouse 51. They are Lieutenant Kelly Severide, Taylor Kinney, firefighter Stella Kidd, Miranda Ray Mayo, and Battalion Chief Dominic Dom Pascal, Dermot Mulroney. Most people might not be shocked to know that these three are coming back, especially given how central they've become to recent storylines. Severide and Kidd remain one of the show's most beloved power couples, and their surprise pregnancy twist in the Season 13 finale set the stage for major developments. Meanwhile, Chief Pascal, though a newer addition, has quickly made his mark as a strong but steady leader, and his return signals that his role is only growing more important at Firehouse 51. After Severide helped clear Pascal's name of murder in the Season 13 finale, this has only strengthened their bond, and it'll be interesting to see how their friendship evolves as they face new challenges together in Chicago Fire Season 14. According to Deadline, Kinney and Mayo's contracts were reportedly about to expire at the end of the 13th season. Meanwhile, Mulroney had previously signed only a one-season deal when he joined the series. Now they have all signed new contracts to keep appearing on the hit procedural drama. Fans can breathe a sigh of relief knowing that Severide, Kidd, and Chief Pascal will be back, as Chicago Fire gears up for what will surely be another exciting and thrilling season. With the announcements of their returns, we'll likely start hearing of more casting updates soon. We're talking announcements concerning who else will be returning, as well as new additions. Although not confirmed, cast members such as David Egenberg, Christian Stolt, Jocelyn Houdin, and others are expected to return in their respective roles for the new season. Chicago Fire Season 14 is set to premiere on NBC this fall. A new episode will air every Wednesday at 9:00 p.m. ET/8:00 p.m. CT, followed by a new episode of Chicago PD Season 13. But before you see a brand new episode of any of these shows, a new episode of Chicago Med Season 11 will air on the same day at 8/7 C. As more information about Chicago Fire Season 14 comes out, you can count on us at Geeksided to share everything right away. For now, all you need to do is stay tuned. In the smoldering heat of Firehouse 51, flames may be extinguished daily, but some sparks never die. While seasons shift and faces come and go, there are a few Chicago Fire characters who burn so brightly. Their stories are far from over. Whether it's unfinished business, undeniable chemistry, or loyalty to the badge, these three fan favorites are all but guaranteed to return to the fray. And when they do, you'll want to be buckled in. 1. Kelly Severide, the Phoenix of Squad 3. You can't talk about Chicago Fire without talking about Kelly Severide, the brooding squad lieutenant with a jawline sharp enough to cut through steel and a heart that beats for the job. Over the years, we've watched Severide leap into infernos, navigate heartbreak, and wrestle with the weight of legacy. And just when you think he's about to walk away, he rises again. Yes, he's disappeared before. Special task force assignments, sudden leaves of absence, even a few heartbreak-fueled vanishing acts. But if Chicago Fire has taught us anything, it's this. Severide always comes back. Why? Because Severide is Squad 3. The way he leads his team into chaos, the way he reads a burning building like a language only he understands. It's visceral. It's instinct. It's home. Fans who watched him tie the knot with Stella Kidd saw a new chapter begin, not end. There are still layers to Severide that we haven't peeled back. Unresolved trauma from Benny's death, his complicated friendship with Casey, and now the shifting sands of his marriage. When Severid returns, he won't just be running into fires. He'll be running headlong into everything he's tried to leave behind. Count on it, Severid's story isn't finished. Not by a long shot. When Sylvie stepped onto the rig years ago, no one expected the quiet paramedic from Indiana to become the emotional core of Firehouse 51. But episode by episode, call by call, Sylvie proves she's not just soft, she's steel wrapped in kindness. And though we saw her embark on a fairy tale departure to Oregon, love on her arm and a fresh chapter ahead, it doesn't feel final. Not yet. Because Chicago Fire is her origin story, and her home. Yes, she said yes to Matt Casey. Yes, she packed her bags and headed for greener pastures. But it's only a matter of time before that siren call of Chicago beckons her back. Sylvie is more than just Casey's partner. She's a leader in her own right, one who transformed Ambulance 61 with compassion and guts. Her mentorship of Violet, her unshakable bond with Chief Bowden, and the way she held the house together after losses and leadership changes. All of it proves she's irreplaceable. And let's be honest, there's unfinished business between Brett and the city that built her. Will she return as a guest instructor at the academy? A new EMS chief? Or perhaps to cover a major crisis that only she can handle? However it happens, one thing's for sure, Sylvie Brett will be back. She didn't just leave a station behind. She left family. 3. Blake Gallo, the wild card with a burning soul. If Severide is the Firehouse's anchor and Brett its heart, Blake Gallo is the live wire. Unpredictable, intense, and completely impossible to ignore. Introduced with a tragic backstory and a chip on his shoulder, Gallo quickly became one of Firehouse 51's most compelling rookies. His willingness to take risks bordered on reckless, but underneath the bravado was a young man desperate to prove he belonged. And he did, tenfold. Fans watched him grow under the tough love of Casey and Severide, spar with Violet in that delicious love-hate way, and even find his place among hardened veterans who at first doubted him. So when Gallo announced his departure in Season 12, a heartbreaking decision rooted in self-discovery and longing to reconnect with his roots, it felt abrupt. Not wrong, but unfinished. And that's exactly why he'll be back. Gallo is a character built for redemption arcs, for epic comebacks. Maybe he'll return with new training under his belt, or perhaps he'll be called back to help during a citywide disaster. Maybe he just misses his team, that group of people who challenged and loved him into becoming the man he is. Whatever the catalyst, Blake Gallo has more stories to tell. Stories that involve running headlong into danger with that signature grin and the grit to match. The Firehouse door never closes. In the world of Chicago Fire, goodbyes are rarely forever. The city itself pulses with too much life, and Firehouse 51 holds on to its heroes like a second skin. Severide, Brett, and Gallo aren't just characters. They're sparks in the firestorm, essential elements in a series that has become about far more than fire. We've seen these three face insurmountable odds, both inside burning buildings and within their own hearts. We've watched them fall, rise, love, lose, and still keep going. And that's exactly why their return isn't just expected. It's inevitable. Because in Chicago, the fire may die down, but it never truly goes out. And when they walk back through those doors, you'll hear it. The cheers, the tears, the sirens. They're coming back. For the job, for the team, for us. If you'd like a version that includes hypothetical plot twists, or even one where a crossover with Chicago PD or Chicago Med plays a role in their return, I'd be happy to expand it further.